Well, we have perhaps the biggest game of the series so far coming up for you today, the Champions League semi-final. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2024 and another part of non-league to Champions League with South Shields. Today we are back with three matches, a triple header, two matches in the Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid, and in the middle of that sandwich is a home match against Arsenal as we look to secure our second consecutive Premier League title. Since you were last with me, we have played two matches. We played against Aston Villa, drew 2-2 against them. Rooney Bargi and Ekedy Mora scoring in that one. And then we beat Preston North End 7-1. Bargi with 2, Larea with a hat-trick, Donadell and Mora also on the score sheet, meaning that we are in first place in the Premier League. 76 points after 35 games. Man United are on 68 with a game in hand. They would move on to 71 should they win their game in hand, and Chelsea are 4 points behind us with 3 games to go, and we're taking on an Arsenal side that are in 11th, and then after that we have got Sunderland away from home before taking on Manchester United on the last day of the season. So hopefully it'll all be wrapped up before then. Maybe we'll even extend into the Sunderland match if we need to and make this a super bumper episode. But what's really exciting is Marvin Larea looks like he's going to be top scorer this season. I mean, look at some of these attributes. I mean, they are absolutely skyrocketing. I don't think I've seen attributes go up that quickly. He is getting better and better all the time. He is a 5-star player. Just incredible. I mean, of course, 11 assists, 19 goals. He is absolutely brilliant. But, it can't be understated how many of our players are actually world class. Ollie Salis Lansbury is 4.5-star ability. He's getting better all the time. He's 28. He's going to be around for the foreseeable future with that. And also, Aurelian Wellerman, 21 years old, already 4.5-star ability, is getting better all of the time. And he is just a joy to work with. I mean, he could probably be a wing-back on attack rather than a full-back on attack. So we might even change his role to try and make him even better. But 13 assists this season at a 7.28 average rating. Just been amazing. So, you know what? I'm going to make that change right now. I'm going to make that change. He's going to be a wing-back on attack today to try and make him even better. I mean, Omar Nilsson, he should be somebody that is going to move into that role, but he's only 19. He's had a very, very good season as well. But one player that has come through all of our injury issues is Cal Wisson. He is an 18-year-old central defender. He was born in Newcastle. Very, very good. He's a local lad. He's played 2 matches, average rating of 7 so far. Looks pretty decent. He's a 1.5-star player, but he is our only fit centre-back along with Soren Thompson. Baselli's very much out for the rest of the season. Eden Masudi should be back in the next couple of weeks to take over from him. Hopefully by the second leg, you would imagine he will be back. But yeah, I mean, we've tried Tonali there. Tonali just wasn't happy in that position, and actually he's a lot better in the defensive midfield role. So we're just sticking with that, I guess. But this is the 11 that we're going with today. We've got Alan Murphy starting goal with Wellerman, Wisson, Thompson and Nilsson starting in defence. Tonali and Donadell hold the midfield with Bargi, Larea and Wanyeri starting behind Salis Lansbury up top. And we had Ayrton as a centre-back. We had Nigu, of course, as a centre-back. And we really should have kept them as backups. But I just didn't expect to need them. We had Baselli and Masudi in there. I just thought we're going to be all right in centre-back position, but it just didn't happen. But here we go, Champions League semi-final then, against Real Madrid, another team we played in the group stage, and Real Madrid did beat us, but it was a very, very even game, but still got the likes of Jude Bellingham in there, very, very high quality player, of course, and yeah, it's going to be big. We need to win the first leg, you feel. So very exciting. Here we go then, the Champions League semi-final. Can we get ourselves through to the Champions League final for a chance at completing the series, I suppose? Non-league to Champions League. It's absolutely a big opportunity for us. Here's Rooney Bargi, gets to Larray, who's lost it there. I thought it was going to be a big moment. Here's Wellerman now on the right, gets it to Rooney. Rooney Bargi on the wing. Here's Tonali. Tonali finds Donadell. Rooney Bargi into the middle, and Salis Lansbury puts it into the back of the net, and within 40 seconds makes it 1-0. And that is a huge start for us there. We really needed that. That was pretty awesome, wasn't it? It was a good run from Rooney. Got it back there to Tonali. Tonali forward to Donadell. Rooney Bargi, who has become undroppable in the last few weeks, obviously had his injury troubles towards the start of the season, but he has been awesome recently. Nilsson into the middle, but Diogo Costa comes and collects. Of course, we were very, very close to signing him right at the start of the season. I think he would have made a big difference to us in goalkeeping department. Alan Murphy's not kept many clean sheets this year, and we're certainly looking to improve in the goalkeeping department next season. And I've got my eyes on the Bayern Munich goalkeeper, actually, who I'll probably introduce you to throughout this episode, because we have got an offer in for him, £72 million, as we have got our initial budgets for next season. And the takeover talk has started again, so I do think we are getting towards having a South Shields takeover, which I think would be really, really good to get that debt wiped, because as good as Jeff is, Jeff Thompson, it's kind of out of his depth now in the ownership of this football club. He just hasn't got the money behind him to be able to sustain this football club. And if it drops out of the Champions League, I think it could be a complete financial capitulation for South Shields. But we won't worry about that. Obviously, we've got a very good youth setup, and we don't necessarily have to worry too much going forward. But Carl Wissard, acquitting himself very, very well. 6.7 against probably the best team in the world, Real Madrid. Greatest ever football club, certainly in Europe. And, he's looking like he's been there for years. He's only 19 years old, I think. He's just turned 19. And, yeah, doing a great job. And a start in the Champions League semi-final, but we've had to count on him, really. And he's a big threat from corners as well. I'm expecting him to score a goal. There he was there, though. He had a chance to stop that from happening, didn't. And here comes Real Madrid then with the corner. It's Jude Bellingham. Oh, good tackle from Nilsson, and I think it's offside. Okay. 1-0, we'd certainly take that. It would be nice to be 2 or 3-0 up. I think that's something to defend then. Here's Rooney Bargi, gets it to Wellerman. Back to Rooney Bargi, who's lost it, and it's cleared by Diogo Costa. Oh, Wisson, with the header to Rooney Bargi now. Here's Wellerman. Wellerman back to Wisson. Please don't make a mistake here. Gets it to Donadell. Donadell to Thompson. Thompson finds Nilsson. Nilsson back to Thompson. Thompson forward to Nilsson. This is a long highlight, and you know what long highlights mean. Nwaneri gets it forward to Larray. This is a chance for us. Larray back to Tonali now. Tonali forward to Rooney. Here's Wellerman in his wing-back role. Gets it to Nwaneri, and I think he was onside. It's 2-0, and Ethan Nwaneri has put us 2-0 up. Wellerman with a wonderful Pearson ball there, and that's given us the cushion, and a very much needed cushion as well. Yeah, delighted with that. All right, Tonali's going to come off. We're going to put on Szoboszlai, I think. Here's Rooney, gets it to Nwaneri, whips it into the middle. Oh, it's a good catch from Thompson, from Diogo Costa there. What's he going to do with it? He clears it. Wisson with the header towards Tonali. Tonali forward to Silas Lansbury. Yes, 3-0. Come on, this is the score that we wanted. And Silas Lansbury, 2 goals for him, 3-0 for South Shields. And I tell you what, Wisson with that header again, he's a real threat with his noggin, and excellent finish there. And what can we say? Absolutely brilliant. Szoboszlai is going to come on for Tonali. It looks like Larray has possibly picked up a little bit of a knock. So we are going to put on Danny Patterson for him. And Rooney Bargy is going to come off as well. And we are going to put Szoboszlai there. I'm going to do that, are we? What about that? Actually, we can go for that. Put Lewis Skelly on that right-hand side. Doesn't often get to play there, but should work perfectly. But this is a perfect result for us. If we can win 3-0, you'd fancy our chances, wouldn't you, to hang on to that and get through to the Champions League final. Yeah, I don't really want to do much else here. We are going to bring Wellerman off, though. We're going to put Junior Chamadeu on for him. It's going to be a full 90 minutes for Wisson, and yeah, he was almost there. Here's Nwaneri. Gets it to Donadell now. Here's Szoboszlai again. Szoboszlai makes it 4. It's somehow gone in. 10th goal of the season, and you feel like that could be it. That could be the winning goal. How was that gone in? I mean, let's have a look at this. Nwaneri got it to Donadell. Donadell forward to Szoboszlai. Lots of space there. And that is a huge shot. And yeah, Diogo Costa should have done better, really. But it's South Shields 4, Real Madrid 0. And they leave the Sir Robert Briggs Arena with nothing. What a performance. And look at that. Where is he? Carl Wisson, 7.1. Against Real Madrid. What a legend. What a legend. Very, very good. This is the guy, Thomas Curing. I mean, look at some of those attributes. He's 27 years old, so he's in the absolute prime of his career as a goalkeeper. 4.5-star ability. He's been at Leipzig over the years, but has been awesome at Bayern Munich. For a long time now. £162 million he was signed for. I think that 72 million is an absolute bargain to get him in for. So watch this space with that one. Okay, couple of changes for the match against Arsenal then. Junior Chamadeu comes in at right back and Eden Masudi returns in defence, but not for Wisson. He comes in for Thompson as Thompson and Wellerman need a rest, and we want to give them a rest ahead of the match against Real Madrid, of course. So this is pretty massive. Chelsea have won earlier in the day, so they've closed to within 1 point of us in the Premier League. But of course, if we win this game, we go back to 4 in front with 6 to play for. So this is absolutely huge now, and it'd be interesting to have a look at this Arsenal side. You know, we've talked about their aging nature over the last few years. But, you know, they still have the likes of Saka in there. But I'm not sure Saliba's in there anymore, which is interesting. But they're down in 12th. You know, they've had a really, really tough season. Ever since Pep Guardiola took over them a few years ago, they've really, you know, struggled, it's fair to say. And, yeah, I mean, it's a shame for Arsenal. But definitely an interesting project for somebody to go in there and hopefully turn them around and get some fresh blood in there, because I'm sure there's still plenty of resources available at Arsenal. Here's Salas Lansbury on the ball. What can he do with it? That's a good move from him. He's going to whip it back now to Donadel, who shoots, makes it 1-0 within 5 minutes. Alessandro Donadel gets his 10th goal of the season, puts us 1-0 up. That's a huge goal, and it helps us just settle the nerves a little bit, relax a little bit, and keep us going. And yeah, very, very happy with that. Puts us on to 79 points. And funnily enough, I think we're actually going to end up with less points than last season in our title winning year. But we had such a good start to this year. We thought it might even be an unbeaten season, but didn't happen. And that's okay as well. Here's Wisson, gets it to Junior Chamadeu. Good to see him back at right back. I'm not sure he's going to be here much longer. Here's Rooney on the ball, whips it in. Oh, it's off the line. Szoboszlai now. Back to Nilsson to Tonali. Tonali back to Donadel. Donadel over the top to Chamadeu. Into the middle it goes. Szoboszlai with the header. Good save from Atubalu. But yeah, what we really need is Marvin Loré to score a few goals, because we want him to get the golden boot. That would be incredible if he could take it off Erling Haaland and Terzi as well, who's done very well. Here he is now, Marvin Loré. Cuts inside. Is he going to go himself? No, he doesn't. He's very unselfish. Gets it to Alessandro Donadel, who scores his second goal of the match. What a player he's become in that register role. And, you know, with Tonali next to him, it's been an absolute joy, this defensive midfield, hasn't it? Tonali, we've got him for another year. Managed to sign him up, and, you know, he's going to take us into his 36th year on planet Earth, and he's still going to be very much a key player for us next season. You would imagine. You know, it's nice to have Lewis Skelly in there, and Szoboszlai will probably move a little bit deeper in his role next year rather than on the wing. Here's Loré now. Loré gets it to Chamadeu. Chamadeu whips it in, and Szoboszlai was there. Couldn't do anything with it though. And now Martins clears it. Good tackle from Masudi. Here's Szoboszlai to Loré, and that's cleared again, but Chamadeu's the one that gets it back. Chamadeu to Rooney Bargi. Rooney Bargi into the middle, and there's Marvin Loré. 33rd goal of the season. Number 20 in the league for him. And within half an hour, we are 3-0 up against the mighty Arsenal. And you have to say, it's been a good performance so far, hasn't it? And, you know, an aggregate of 7-0 today in today's episode, but that's what you want to see. Good move that from Rooney Bargi, who, as I say, is becoming undroppable in his current form, and long may it continue. Long may it continue. I'm wondering, you know, if we'd had an absolute at his prime Bontonali on the left, this team would have scored a disgusting amount of goals. It really would have. Anyway, doing brilliantly so far. Let's get into the second half. I think Masudi is going to have to come off at some point. It's, you know, about who we put back there as his replacement, because we want to give Thompson as much of a rest as we can, really. But he's having a good game, at least. So we might go for Lewis Skelly at the back, actually. I think he could cope with that. What else do we want to do? I think Let's bring on Danny Patterson. Szoboszlai is going to come off as well for Donovan Robinson. I really want him to start getting plenty of game time. There's a shot from Donadel. Could have been his hat-trick. It's a good move from us, that. Preciado. Here's Duarte. Preciado again. Gets it forward to Selinovic. Selinovic, this is an excellent run from Arsenal, and what we really struggle in doing is keeping clean sheets. Luckily, we did that against Real Madrid, but can we do it against Arsenal? Gabriel Mascherano gets it to Bukayo Saka now on this right-hand side. It was still very much a world-class threat. Excellent cross into the middle, and there it is. There's their goal back. Harry Edwards with the goal from the left-hand side makes it 3-1. Now, what we certainly don't want to do is encourage Arsenal back into this game, because that would be a bit of a disaster. Good stop from Alan Murphy, apparently. Oh, Danny Patterson injured. Okay, we weren't expecting that. So Nye is going to... No, he's not. Ben Seguia is going to come on, and we're going to swap them two round. That's fine. What I am going to do, though, Sandro Tonali is going to come off, and I am going to bring on Thompson just because I'm a little bit worried about what's going to happen here. So we need Soren Thompson on just for the last 15 minutes. It should still have given him plenty of rest in this match, and he should recover very, very quickly from it. Here's Chamadeu with the throw. Gets it to Ben Seguia. Back to Chamadeu. Chamadeu again. Whips it in. And Robinson had a chance. Header over the bar, though. That's a pity. Would have been nice to see another Chamadeu assist, wouldn't it? Salas Lansbury to Ben Seguia. No, Edwards away. And now Arsenal on the counter-attack. And there's still time for them to find an equaliser here. Selinovic. What a run. Excellent save from Alan Murphy there. A guy that's very much fighting for his South Shields career. He knows that we're bringing in a new goalkeeper next season and doesn't want to be a bench warmer next year. But I think he will be. Very much be our backup goalkeeper. Probably will play in the Cups next year. We want to keep him fresh, but a very good option, backup option to have. And then James Trafford as our third option. Can't get much better than that, but should be. Another strong victory for us here. Here's Nilsson, gets it towards Robinson now. Gets it to Lewis Skelly, forward to Ben Seguia, forward to Larray. Is he going to reach it? He does. Back now to Lewis Skelly. Here's Donadel. Now here's Wisson. Wisson finds Donadel to Lewis Skelly now. Lewis Skelly gets it to Nilsson. Nilsson cuts inside, shoots. What a goal. Omar Nilsson seals the deal, 4-1. And Lewis Skelly with another assist against his former club. And it's South Shields 4, Arsenal 1. And that puts us 4 points clear of Chelsea ahead of tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll do Sunderland and try and wrap up the Premier League title before potentially the season finale in the Champions League. Donadel, awesome as always. Let's just have a little look at the scoring chart. So Terzi is on 20, Haaland on 19, and Marvin Larray on 20 as well. But look at that, 3 South Shields players at the top of the average rating charts. Wellerman and Ben Seguia are up there as well. Top assists is Wellerman, but Larray's right up there. Nilsson's up there. Clean sheets though, Alan Murphy down in 11th on 7. Okay, let's see if we can seal the deal against Real Madrid. Well, I'm going for a little bit of a different lineup here. We've brought in Thompson for Wisson. Masudi will join him in defence for the first half at the very least. Donadel and Lewis Skelly hold the midfield as Tonali gets a rest. Salas Lansbury moves out to the left-hand side. And Nye comes in for a rare appearance up top. So 4-0 up against Real Madrid, and it could well turn out to be a disaster. If they come back to beat us, that would be absolutely devastating. However, we're not gonna have those thoughts. We are gonna go into this believing that we can actually go in and win this match. So let's go and do it. Let's go and beat Real Madrid in the Santiago Bernabeu. Right, come on, boys. We're going to praise them straight away. We're 4-0 to the good. We should get through the Champions League final, everybody. But I thought it was important to play as strong a side and as fit a side as possible to try and get us there. There's Lewis Skelly. Gets it to Salas Lansbury. Forward to Larrea. This would be a great start. Oh, just wide as the Champions League music finishes. Right then. Let's get ourselves going here. 20 minutes gone. Still 0-0. And we will very much take a 0-0 in this match. We don't particularly want to lose. We don't want to... we certainly don't want to lose comfortably. That would be a bit of a disaster. By the way, Nigu has had his transfer confirmed to Chelsea, so he will be joining them for £40 million come the end of the season, which I think is a good move for him. You know, he was never really going to be our first choice, but yeah, that's not what we want to see. Masani scores there. And it's 1-0 Real Madrid. The comeback has potentially started. I don't know. Nye not having a good game. Bargy not having a good game, actually. Bit disappointing from him. And wow, Masudi on a 6.1. So yeah, I think we have to maybe take Masudi off, put Wisson on, swap them two round, and start thinking about this second half. Nye's going to come off now. We're going to put Ekedy more on. That was a mistake. I mean, Nye's just not been the same player, has he, since he's joined permanently? He was awesome on loan last season, and it's a real shame. You know, he could have ended up the Golden Boot winner last year, but just having a real off year this year. And you know, although we're not going to actively look to sell him in the summer, if we get a good offer for him, I think he might find himself going. Now, is this a penalty, Jeff, to Real Madrid? No. It's on the outside of the area, thankfully. Rooney Bargy really not having a good game out there. Ben Seguir could be somebody to come on. Salas Lansbury as well. We can put Szoboszlai on for him. Just that little bit of extra experience, I think, on the pitch. Obviously, our boys are going to be feeling nervous. They're about to get into a Champions League final, for goodness sake. We know that that's going to be nervy, but that's why it was so important to win the first leg, and winning it as well as we did, it took so much of the pressure off, because even if Real Madrid score another 2 here, we're still going through on aggregate. It's only if they can muster 4 goals in this match and not give us any. But they will start to go attacking now. Here's Camavinga on the ball. Can this possibly be Real Madrid's second? Here's Wharton, gets it into the middle. Oh, and it's a shot, and it is the second, and he is onside. Wow, Real Madrid are possibly back in this. It's an interesting situation, because you know, if they score another one, then all of a sudden we start to get very, very nervous. But at the moment, I think we're okay. Right. Here's Ribeiro. Wisson couldn't get there. Oh, it's in! And almost like clockwork, they've got themselves back into this. That just happened in the blink of an eye. We've gone from 1-0 and feeling pretty good to 3-0 now and just one goal in it on aggregate. And the worst thing is nobody's playing well. So if they make it 4-4, that's really bad. But here's Szoboszlai. Great chance to absolutely finish it. Hits the post. You feel if we can get any sort of goal, that would be it. Here's Szoboszlai. I kind of don't want to change anything. I don't want to go too defensive. Here's Donadel. This is a good chance for us. Oh, is that a penalty? No, it's not. It's not. And here come Real Madrid. Oh, no. This is not what we need. This is not what we need. Camavinga on the left-hand side. Oh, wow. That was just wide. How on earth that didn't go into the back of the net, I really don't know. Wisson sprays it out wide to Nilsson. Here's Lewis Skelly. Finds Donadel now. Donadel bombing forward with it. Back to Lewis Skelly. Here's Ben Seguir. Lewis Skelly again. Finds Nilsson. Very good space. Nilsson's in here. Whips it in. Oh, Szoboszlai's missed it again. He's missed it again, everybody. Right, 87 minutes gone. Who can come on here? I mean, Laray's going to just have to come off, isn't he? We cannot afford to keep him on anymore. He is way too tired. It's going to be Szoboszlai who whips it in. Szoboszlai into the middle. It's away. Here he is again. Now here's Thompson to Lewis Skelly, who shoots more at... No. 5 minutes of added time. Oh, God. They've got a free kick here. Calm down. We're also going to go defensive here. It's what we have to do, folks. It's what we have to do. But it's going to be Arda with the free kick. It's over the bar. It's over the bar. Well over the bar. We've got 3 minutes to hang on. Oh, no, it's another highlight. I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this. That's not going to go to anywhere near one of our players. Here's Kodra. Oh, no. Oh, it's away. It's away. Somehow Mora's got it. Clear it. We've got 30 seconds to hang on. Yes! Oh, we're in the Champions League final. Boy, oh boy. Wow. Oh, did we run it close there. Real Madrid very much came back at us in the last 20 minutes there. That was ridiculous. We get 10.7 million there for playing in the Champions League semi-final. Helps our financial situation a little bit. But we book our place at the Millennium Stadium. Surely a long time since anyone's played there in the Champions League. But we're going to have a chance to win the coveted Champions League trophy. Let's find out who we are going to be playing. Who are we going to be playing? Where's the Champions League? Here. Probably Bayern Munich. But I will push it on a little bit and I'll let you know who we're playing. There it is then. Bayern Munich are the winners. They beat Dortmund 2-1, and that is who we are going to be taking on next season. There is the team that we are going to be playing, and of course Thomas Tuchel is joining us next season, so that's going to be an interesting dynamic. But yeah, I mean, you know, they're third in the Bundesliga. They've not had a great second half of the season. In fact, they've not won in the league since February. Wow. The only matches they're winning is in the Champions League. Hey, we might have a chance here, you know. I mean, they must have completely dropped off a cliff. Yeah, they've only just recently dropped off the top of the league. What on earth is going on with their form? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches in the Bundesliga without a victory. Well, we will be back tomorrow with the Sunderland and Manchester United finale of our Premier League journey to win, hopefully, our second Premier League title. And then after that, in the Monday's episode, getting my days right here, Monday's episode, we will be back for the potential series finale against Bayern Munich to try and win the Champions League. If you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for a couple more guaranteed Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.